What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the real boxing things. You know, it's the boxing clinic you dig. Shout out to the LDBC, YTBC, you know, all that good shit. Nightcap right here on the end of a solid Monday in the boxing world. About to get home, and I don't know if they still ran any Julius and Dongo Terrence Crawford promos yet, but hopefully they coming. I did the Crawford and Dongo breakdown. Bud versus the Blue Machine from Namibia. South Africa stand up there in the building. And Lincoln, Nebraska. Y'all check out the prediction video. I think it's one of my best prediction videos as far as being very detailed. I must say. And I'm very impressed by Julius and Dongo. Win, lose, or draw. I'm impressed by him and what he's overcame, the odds and being the fourth world champion in Namibia's history. But here nor there, we dealing with Bob Arum again, Top Rank's finest. And he has narrowed down Vasyl Lomachenko's opponents to Grimo Rigondeaux and Orlando Salido now. Even giving out, places where the fight can take place. He's giving out venues. He said if it's Rigondeaux, it's going to be in New York City at the in the Madison Square Garden Theater Room. I had the chance to grace that, seeing Michael Collin make his debut St. Patrick's Day weekend in Madison Square Garden. I think it was a Rangers game going on as well. Had to choose between the two. Guess I chose the boxing fight. Or Orlando Salido. It's Orlando Salido because he's Mexican. It's going to take place in L.A. somewhere. Salido said he has no problem accommodating Lomachenko and being ready physically because he suffered an injury for Lomachenko later this year. So he should be ready. Now, naturally, most of the fight fans, and I'll probably say 90% of the fight fans, want to see Grimo Rigondeaux. But before I even continue to talk about this, there is a disclaimer. Bob Arum is known to be a big fucking liar. He tells you that. I'm telling the truth today. I was lying yesterday. Some shit like that. He said one of his famous quotes. He says from time to time. And hopefully he's telling the wholehearted truth. I wasn't mad that, Miguel Birch was mentioned as a potential opponent. I think he injured himself, but I wasn't mad. I thought he was a solid foe for the simple fact that he's a world champion as well. But, shit happens, I'm glad that he ain't in the mix, but I wasn't mad at it. Tevin Farmer got shot in the hand. He was on Lomachenko's hit list video I did. They sparred together. Tevin got enough respect from Lomachenko to be considered an opponent, even without a world championship fight, world championship title, So he got that respect from Lomachenko. And Tevin also said, it's him and Lomachenko is the top at super featherweight, and that may well be true. I think Gervonta Tank Davis and Miguel Birch, and I think those two have something to say about it. And Giselle Corrales, whatever. I think he's the weakest champion at that division, but that's not really bad to say, really, because it's full of good champions. But he was on Lomachenko's hit list as well. But if Bob Arum is truly telling the truth, and hopefully he most definitely is telling the truth, the Rigondeaux fight will be huge. But let's talk about the Salido fight first. Orlando Salido was, apparently only two men to ever beat Vasyl Lomachenko as an amateur and a professional. And, he did it with welcome to, Mexican style boxing clinic with Lomachenko. People point out, well, he came in heavy, this and that. Lomachenko could have said, I'm not fighting you unless you do another morning day weigh-in. He was cocky and confident and overlooked Orlando Salido, and because he had 9 and 10 losses. And, Orlando Salido exposed him. He exposed him for not having the inside game and not be able to deal with the pressure. And that's the blueprint. A lot of guys that, Lomachenko has fought is not able to duplicate what Orlando Salido did because it's not in their skill set. Rocky Martinez wasn't that type of fighter, even though he did good with Salido. Nicholas Walters wasn't that aggressive, nasty, come-forward fighter. He was more of a boxer, puncher at range with that mentality, but he was more of a, he wasn't that nasty pressure type fighter. nobody he's fought has been that pressure top fighter. And that's why I give Tank Davis that chance to beat Lomachenko, because he got that pressure type style and also can box as well. Also is slick and also has better pop than Orlando Salido, even though he doesn't have the experience that Salido, has as a professional. But it's a fight that I take. I'm not willing to travel to LA to see it. Let's circle some. I always want to go to LA, but wouldn't travel to go see it. Me personally, but I know a lot of people that would. To get a chance to see Lomachenko fight Orlando Salido. But it seems like Orlando Salido is on the downslope of his career, and that kind of takes away from the jazz, the pizzazz of this fight. He stumbled in his comeback fight. I heard he got dropped. He's known for getting dropped by a journeyman, I would guess. Then, for the same time, then he got injured on top of that. And I think, that fight has reached its expiration date. But I think it's something that, Lomachenko wants to get that skeleton out of his closet, and that's good for him. And by Orlando Salido beating Lomachenko, that's a good selling point. And Bob Arum loves to promote Lomachenko and try to find that next hidden European, gem, for the simple fact that, a lot of the other promoters are scooping up the American talent. But, Rigondeaux, man, we're going to top it off with Rigondeaux. That's the fight everybody wants to see, and that's the fight that we probably won't get. It probably will be Salido. I think this is a smokescreen by Bob Arum. I don't think he wants to turn over, I don't think he wants to chance, Rigondeaux again. That's like you keep throwing at Deion Sanders and he keep, intercepting the ball. He took away one of his diamonds, in, Nonito Donaire. He don't want you lose another potential pound for pound star Lomachenko to Rigondeaux. But, if Rigondeaux gives him the say-so and said that he can handle this guy, I think Bob Arum is, fully ready and able to let Lomachenko off the leash and let him do what he do to Rigondeaux. I think it'll be the perfect time for Bob Arum to stick it to Rigondeaux for the simple fact that if Rigondeaux really thinks he can jump up with 8 pounds to fuck with Salido, I'm going to fuck with Lomachenko, he crazy. He crazy. And that's what most people feel. And I think, Lomachenko's, size will be too much. But like I said, I've seen a lot of flaws in Lomachenko's game over time. And I see where, somebody that can break down film and break down a fighter like Rigondeaux can expose him. But will Lomachenko's size be too much? That size, man, that wears on you in any physical contact sport. Physical size wears on you. But one thing that Rigondeaux has that I can't question is he got, real dynamite in them hands. He is a legitimate elite puncher. At 122, at 126, and I think at 130, he going to be able to generate enough respect to keep Lomachenko at bay. It'll be an interesting fight. It's the fight that we want to see. But how often do Bob Arum give us a fight that we want to see while both guys in their prime? Juan Lopez versus Gamboa, we never got it. A lot of fights we never got that we wanted to see. He had Brandon Rios. He didn't make the Victor Ortiz fight. Maybe for obvious reasons why that fight didn't happen. Mayweather, Pacquiao, Crawford. We want to see Crawford and Spence. That probably ain't going to happen. Or Crawford and Keith Thurman, not going to happen. There's a lot of fights, man. Bob Arum has really never delivered, recent memory on a fight with two guys in their prime and we want to see. But